Baker
You're
is
reading a
my
full
motiv.
description.
Baker is like the motivation of all mankind. What the fuck are you guys saying? If Baker
Yeah,
can, we can.
True.
You're like, shut the fuck up.
First of all, I want to thank everybody here for being on the podcast and hanging out and really taking your time to come here, especially for those of you all who are usually asleep during this time. I really appreciate you guys being here, but just wanted to bring everybody together because I don't know, Lost Ark is just kind of like right now in a place that is very interesting as we were kind of starting to get into. It's not in the best place right now, and it can be a little bit demoralizing for people to play. And I wanted to see what your all of y'all's opinions are on the game right now, especially because I think all of us are kind of like have a varied amount of experience playing the game. Ice being the newest into this game, Tofu having been playing probably for the longest out of all of us. So just wanted to see everybody's opinions and thoughts on the game right now and what our feelings are. And we're all playing on the Western servers as well, so there's that. But Tofu has experience on both. But I guess before we kind of get into that, I wanted to start off by just asking y'all like what have you been up to recently, and we kind of started getting into that. But Tofu, you said you've been playing some Woo-Wah Wuthering Waves.
Wait, what was it again? You wanted to ask what have we been up to lately?
Yes, what have you been up to lately? What are you doing? Are you playing Lost Ark at all? Or are you playing other games?
No, this game fucking sucks dick, bro. Wait, wait, can I say that for like YouTube?
Yeah, you do whatever. Say
Like
the whatever. Anything, I'll edit it out later.
Sucks. This game blows fucking donkey balls, dude. Like actually, like I don't know how to feel about Lost Ark. I have like a very love-hate relationship with the game right now. Personally, I think Lost Ark has like multiple issues, but I also think it also has like a bunch of good points. The only biggest problem is that like it doesn't seem like they're very in touch with the community. It doesn't feel like they actually know what they're doing. It feels like they're so out of touch. That's how I feel about Lost Ark now.
Like AGS or Smilegate?
I think it's very difficult to compare AGS and Smilegate because Smilegate mainly focuses on the Korean version. They're not really looking too much into like what they're not really looking too much into what NA is doing. They probably don't even know what the fuck is happening here right now. Dude, the only time they cared was like when that director came out. It's like, please stop using the DPS meter. It's very bad for the game. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. The only time, okay, that guy has ever acknowledged the West, right, was when DPS meter suddenly popped out of nowhere and then he started yapping about that dumb shit on the live stream. And then after that, he went back to talking about the actual patch notes. I don't know, man. I think Smilegate is like alienated at this point from like what Amazon Game Studio is doing. I don't think they're even the same thing anymore. It's like just two different entities, It doesn't really feel like I don't know what's like going on behind the scenes at this point.
Wait,
So
but
just-
don't they have meter in Korea?
I don't think they're allowed to use meter.
No, they're not allowed to use meter. They get banned.
Yeah,
Wait,
you
really?
can't use meter.
Yeah.
I mean, I
And
think there
how-
is a way.
How do they find the stuff, people? And how do they improve?
Oh, you just look at MVP screen.
But there's only
That's it.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, if
how do you
you're
improve uptime?
Oh, that's very simple. So you see, right? Usually it's very easy to tell because, like, for example, like people like Galia, right, who like suck absolute donkey balls, right? Like they never appear on the screen, always fighter, always on the floor, right? Usually it's very easy to tell like who is not doing damage, Usually it's very easy to tell for people like this.
I mean, you kind of get a feeling.
Galia.
You kind of get a feeling sometimes, but like there's it's like beyond the 4. It's sometimes hard to tell, right? I don't know. It's like, of course, some people who are like always on the floor, you're gonna be like, oh, that guy's doing fucking CDPS. But like, if you're just kind of getting by, like doing what you need to do, but maybe your uptime isn't the highest, like it can be a little bit hard, right?
Yeah, it's pretty difficult because I mean, unless you personally, I think DPS meters is good for improvement if you use it with like VOD reviews, like you just look at your own replays and stuff. But I don't think that many people are like that into like improving in Lost Ark. Most people are like pretty like satisfied, I guess, with like the way they play. They're not really that into like, I guess, like the whole improvement and the whole sweating it out sort of thing. I
Mm.
think.
I think it's because it's a pay-to-win game, right?
They're all
Yeah,
free to
it's
play. What do
kind
you
of pay to
mean?
win. Yeah, it's pretty pay to win.
Yeah, because like I think a game where you're playing against like the raids or AI, right? Basically the game itself. And you can actually pay to improve your gear or whatever. People are normally paying for the dopamine. So it's like they tap, they hold, whatever, it goes up, they're happy, and they go to raid. They think they're doing like good, but they're actually dog shit.
And they get
Whereas like
fucked.
in a game where you play against like other players, you would tend to wanna get better because the what do you call it? The ceiling is like against another player, right?
Yeah, this one is like you're against like AI. I mean, you're technically I guess like some people that technically like competing with other people's like passes, I guess, but it's so hard to like compare like two different runs. You know, it's like there's so many different like I guess
There's
like
so much
scenarios that
variation.
happen between there's like too much difference in like who's like throwing like for example just like dark bombs, right? If one side's throwing dark bombs, another isn't. It's like you can't even compare the two anymore.
Yeah, it's also like the synergies, right? All this.
Yeah.
The environmental factors from according to our
Mhm.
vertical god.
Sometimes you have miso, sometimes you don't have miso.
Wait a second. What does that
Oh,
supposed to mean?
the fuck?
What does that supposed to mean?
True.
You know, I said on stream last night, I'm basically like the faker of Lost Ark. I'll be real. I'm like the
Faker
faker
for
of Lost
which?
Ark. I'm like
Wait,
I'm like the
Faker
Yeah.
or baker? There's a big difference, you know.
Okay.
Faker or baker?
Please, we don't shit on my idol
Yeah,
and
faker.
my my role model
Ah.
baker. Please.
Ah.
They're probably within the same realm in this
Me
game.
and my friends have been saying like if Baker can do G4, anyone can do G4.
That's true, actually.
Whoa, okay, calm down
That's-
there, calm down
that's
there,
true.
calm.
That's true.
This guy needs to relax a little bit. Let him relax, bro, relax. You're chill, man. Holy shit. I have you know, Vega has been coached by one of the best dunk players in the world,
Wait,
okay?
didn't
None
you just
other
shit on
than
him just like a couple
Lululemon.
minutes ago saying that he was on the floor and doing ZDPS and fighter?
Oh my god.
For some reason, he got carried through the gate 4. True or real?
Legalia is an actual beast, okay? Kind of a beast, not really, kind of. Maybe a bit, not too much. Just a bit, just a little bit, you know?
Dude, I was watching your stream today and literally you talked about Legalia for probably like 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
Living rent
Just for-
free.
Yeah.
Hey, what does Legalia means anyway? Like it's such a interesting name.
It's
Oh, good question.
Algalia,
I
it's
actually
not
don't know.
Legalia.
Algalia? Algalia?
Yeah.
Is it like French or something?
French? No.
It's Algalia. It's like some elf in Lord of the Rings, you know, Lord Algalia.
What does ice mean?
SSIs? No, someone took my name, like Ice and Ice. So I went
So
with
ice. So if ice
Actually-
was taken, it would be ice.
Yeah.
Wasn't
kinda.
there another Dota player named Ice for a while?
Yeah. Malaysian. And there's like Ice because of anime, I think.
And then you're Ice.
Mm.
Got it.
Ice.
Okay.
Ice.
Back on the topic. Tofu, you've been playing some Wuthering Waves lately. What about Ice? What have you been up to lately? Have you been playing a good bit of Lost Ark? Are you mostly playing Dota? What's going on?
Been playing like 80% Lost Ark. I mean I just cleared like G3 out mode last week.
Yeah, let's
and
fucking
then we
go.
cleared it this
Oh,
week.
shit.
Huge.
So trying to actually do like G4 proc maybe like next week onwards. Yeah. Because I'm trying to do it with like how to say, not a reclear party, so that it's actually more fun. Because if you're gonna do it with reclear party, it's gonna be like getting carried, I guess. So I think it takes a little bit of the fun away.
Got
Oh.
it.
Mm.
And
So
are
it's
you?
like I'm playing what Tofu has been playing like a year ago.
And are you doing like
Yeah, but, I mean-
a static?
Static? Not really, but we're trying to get a static for just for G4 proc.
Mm-hmm.
Tofu was gonna say something. I mean,
Okay. It's like this is like the problem, right? It's like if you want like an authentic experience in something like Lost Ark, right, then playing with people who have re-cleared or stuff like that is exactly what you say. You know, it's like having them in the party unironically ruins the experience because you're just going to get supposedly carried, right? Or they're just going to do so much damage that, you know, it's like when you're still like learning the mechs and stuff, and then these people are like already experienced in the raid, you know, it doesn't really feel like you have the same. You're not really going through like the same experience as you would if you go with like a full fresh proc, you know? It's like a very different experience. It takes away a lot of like, I guess, like your immersion, you know, as like a person. Unless you don't really mind, then it's kind of like whatever, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Agree.
That
I think
makes
it's like
sense.
you want a good balance, I guess, because like it's okay to do it like reclearers, but if it's like seven reclearers and you're the proc guy, they're just gonna hit you, you know.
Yeah, it's not really a very fun experience. I mean, if
Yeah.
you go with friends, I think it's okay, but yeah.
Isn't it like very mentally taxing to just keep banging your head against the same boss for like hours?
Fun.
It's fun. Okay,
I
Ice,
find it,
explain.
I find it fun. I find it fun. Like I think it's like once you clear it once, right? Like the first time you actually clear it with your own like I don't know skills or whatever, like your own self, right? Your own effort. It's like the best. And then once it becomes a reclear, it's a bit different because you kind of
Yeah.
already you have achieved it, right? So it's like it becomes kind of like homework.
No, guys, let's be real. All the reclear lobbies are actually proc lobbies. There's no reclear lobbies.
Yeah, that's true actually. No, the thing is I've been
Okay,
doing
that's
hard mode, right? And
they're
it's
just
kinda,
reproggers.
it's like I have like a theory, right? Anyone that's like 1640 or 1635 and above doing hard mode is normally sus.
1640 during hard mode.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, because
6040?
it's like why are they pushing so much for their gear? You only need 1630 to do Daemite Hard. If you actually push to
Wait.
1640, there's something wrong with you.
Wait. I feel attacked here. Wait a minute.
I think this guy might be a little bit.
Well,
Rin, you're feeling attacked? Why?
yeah, because I overhoned all my characters. This guy just shitting on me.
It's okay. Rin
You
doesn't count.
overhone your characters. Wait, then what kind of eye levels do your characters have then?
1650.
No. I'm not that crazy. It's like it's not really that much overhone. They're all like just 1635.
Slightly overhauled, but you know, it's not
It's
that
just
bad.
Wait,
slightly.
what you mean by all just 1635?
No, I have
Or
no. Okay. Tree, tree, just tree.
3 characters at 1635.
I like big numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many of them have 25 weapon?
Only one. I'm not that crazy.
that's-
I'm a very average
good.
casual player.
Uh-huh. Really.
175, 2 Esther.
No.
Rin, how much money are you spending on this game? Tell us.
My PR team said I cannot answer that question.
It's okay. You can DM us later. You can DM us later.
Yeah, I'll drop you a DM.
Okay. Well, I guess we've been talking about Rin. But what have you been doing recently, Rin? Are you playing a lot of Lost Ark still? Are you kind of taking some time off, playing other things?
I'm taking it easier than usual. You know, last time like I would just spend, I don't know, 16 hours a day on the game every day. But now I just log in like maybe 4 or 5 days a week. The other
Only
times
4
I'm
5
just
days a week.
Only
Only.
Yeah.
Wait, how
Hey, you
often
guys
do you?
sound like I have an addiction.
You might. I don't know if you have an addiction, but you might have a dick. But
Oh. I mean, you've seen it, so. Anyways, Miso, stop. Yeah, it's just 4 or 5 days a week. So,
Or 24
And-
hours a day.
no, okay, max now is like 12.
That's
I
a
cut
job,
down.
dude.
I cut down already, okay?
Wait,
Yo,
Ice, how
think-
often do you play?
Me?
Yeah.
I play quite often. Like as much as I can. Yeah.
Is it like every day? Just a couple hours every day, at least.
Like only 6 hours a day.
Only 6 hours a day, chilling.
No, that's like rookie numbers to me.
I mean, compared to a professional Dota player, of course, but everybody else, 6 hours is every day is quite a bit.
Oh.
Oh,
6 is okay.
Oh shit. Okay.
I only play
Okay,
about
would
5
you,
hours
would you
a day.
define yourself as a casual, Ice? Do you think you're a casual in
No,
Lost
no,
Ark?
I'm definitely not a casual. Like I do too much homework and research. Like I do Guardian raid. Like I just solo like Sonovo every day. If I have
What
nothing
the
to do, I go
fuck?
Just to
solo
like
Sonovo.
practice.
Yeah,
So you just
it's-
go in like have fun?
Yeah, like
No,
I
it's
just like
multiple.
no, I just press the matching and I go in. I just carry like 3 other people so that I could actually like do my rotations
Man.
properly and
All the HH bots love you, man. Holy shit.
He's the guy who's running the
Yeah,
entire
it's like,
HH
oh,
economy.
we have him. We have him again. Let's go.
I think that's kind of like what I need to do though to get better because I always have the aspect of like I want to get better and the thing is you cannot run multiple raids, right? So it's like I'm stuck doing that. Yeah.
Actually, from like a new player perspective, I can kind of understand like why. It's like you want to practice, but then even if you do raids, right? Like once you finish the raid, you're done. So you have to go somewhere else to try and like get used to it, like the muscle memory, and just like practice somewhere, right? There's like
Yep,
not a
yep.
lot of like avenues for you to go and do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
I think it's like an issue I
Oh.
find. Yeah, because there's actually like for someone who actually want to put effort and practice, there's no way you can do it unless you wipe on purpose. But that's kind of unfair to people in the raid.
Have you ever-
Really?
I-
Like Alea does that a lot every day though.
Wait, Ice, have you done it? I think you've done some hell modes, right?
Yeah, I did.
But would you say that that's not like exactly the same kind of practice and training as like doing an actual raid?
I think hell mode is like it depends, right? Because I've only done like G1 clown and I did Hellton, and I would say like the experience vary a lot because the first time I did it was with like a bunch of really good players and it felt like I was in Trixon, and the second time I did it with like a random puck, it was like hell, like the wolf was just running up and down, stretching everyone, and we were all bleeding. So
So they
Yeah.
didn't know Max.
yeah, but it's just like the experience is so different when you do hell with like really good players that knows what they're doing and bad players, and you don't really get the practice because you kind of have to know what's going on in the raid to actually learn, I would say. Am I
Wait,
saying it? Yeah.
who? Just random question, right? Who do you think? Okay, let's say like Jisho and like Christine. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Christine is like a very like insane Arcana, right? But then the Jisho guy, right? He's what's that called? He's
Jisho
War
is-
Dancer. The
Jisho
War
is a
Dancer,
funny guy,
right?
bro.
Yeah, he's very very funny. Like comedian, like his gameplay like comedian as well.
Wait, isn't Baker a
Like
comedian?
he was playing the first time I played with him, right? He was playing Reaper, right? And then the Veltan, he does the spin and then charge, right? he just
Spin and charge.
yeah, he like clapped 3 times on the floor and then he would charge.
Oh.
Yeah. So he was like playing Reaper, and then he just teleport behind the boss. The boss didn't charge behind.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny.
he's like
Reaper's
a
actual
comedian.
creepers.
Jisho
Veltan
is
is fun though.
he's
Wait,
a
wait, but what-
performer,
Well, what are you gonna say? Like Jisho and Christine.
Oh, never mind. I was just saying like Jisho is like a
He
performer.
retracted.
No, but I feel like it's nice to play with this kind of players. It's like they care less about mistakes and stuff. I mean, unless obviously if they're like really progging, right? Trying to get world first or something. Instead of like lobbies where you join and they just tell you to like link, and then you're like, oh, you like this gem? I'm sorry, and then they kick you. Yeah.
They're like less intense, less hardcore players in general.
I think it's
they
hard
are-
to find that in a game though. Like, don't you think so? Like, it's actually difficult
Yeah.
to find people that are like really tolerant about it. Like, it's not like people that don't look at the game as like from a very homework perspective. You know what I mean? Like, they don't go in and then they're like, we need to get this raid finish. One try, one tap, everything. More than 3 fails, disband, that sort of thing. It's like no comms, nothing. Everything is just like business strictly only for the raids kind. I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. Like, some people just don't really have a lot of time, and you want to get stuff done, right? But I don't really know what can fix that issue, or maybe there really is like no fix to the game, because even if they do implement a fix, or I guess whatever you want to call it, that makes the game less incentivized for you to spend so much time on the game, right? Then you would have a lot of spare time. So the question is more like, would those people use that spare time to go and make more characters and do the same thing over again to fill up that spare time, or are they actually gonna use that spare time and do something else? You know what I mean? It's
I
like
mean-
maybe if they shorten the amount of chaos dungeons, okay, from 6
one a
to
day.
3, right? Yeah, imagine they
Should we-
shorten to 1 a day. These same players might just be like, wow, I have so much extra time. Maybe I
Mhm.
should go do it on another 6 characters so they mix up. So I make more money and I spend the same amount as I did last time. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah.
you
There are some
kind
people like that.
you kind of know this
Mhm.
experience though, Tofu, because you were playing Lost Ark when there was no 6 character cap for gold earners, right?
Oh,
And what was
Okay, but-
happening?
okay, but like at that point of time, right, I was like pretty new to the game.
Okay.
And I wasn't that built, you know. The really built people, right, it's like after I finish my character, other people have like maybe 18 characters in their roster, maybe even more than that. Some of them, I think on KR, they even play like multiple accounts, you know. You know what they used to do like before? I mean, I kind of degened it myself also, but it's like, because Chaos Gate gave like really nice rewards every hour, right? So what they would do is that they would just bring the character, right, with the Hyper Express or whatever it's called, the like 1415 or 1445. So they go to Chaos Gate, they do it on one character, and the next hour they do it again, and the next hour they do it again, and then they
What?
compile all the mats and then they just sell everything, you know? It's kind of fucked, but
That's like mental
it's like a
illness.
pretty big
almost.
grind. No, okay,
No, but
it's like
Because
it's
I
not
get
like
so
mental
burnt
illness, you know?
out.
It's like
Yeah.
you actually earn a lot of gold, you know, but not in like a good way. I don't know. It's like you spend a lot of time doing it, you know. It's like pretty tough to do, but
It's like
I
I
don't know,
remember
it's like-
back in the day watching like ATK, right? And that guy would just be like raid after raid after raid, bus after bus after bus, and there's just like he had so many characters. And then they implemented this kind of the 6 character cap, and a lot of people cut down their kind of playtime, or at least the number of characters they had for that. And I don't know. I do think that because of that, from what I've seen in the past, people probably would just fill in their time with, like, let's say they reduce the amount of homework that we do. A lot of people would probably just fill in their time and just do more and more and more. And you could say, like, you know, people, casuals probably would not do that as much, but then now they're falling behind compared to other people. At least that's the way I see it. I don't know about what you guys think.
I don't know. I thought it would be better to just remove like chaos dungeons from the game.
I think
And
Chaos
cut it
Dungeon is
real-
good. If it's like just
No.
one or like one a day or 3 times a week, you know.
But I think like all of us can agree, right? The best thing about Lost Ark is actually the combat and the raids, and
That's
that should
obviously the
be-
PvP aspect, bro. What do you mean?
yeah. But I think PvP is not very applicable to most of
No.
like C players, right, or Asian players, especially if you play on the NA servers. Because if it comes to PvP, ping is actually an issue. Someone with 0 ping or 40 ping, it's definitely gonna beat someone with 200 ping, unless there's something wrong with the 40 ping guy. Yeah.
Okay.
No hands.
And
Okay.
no, but I think the fun thing about Lost Ark to me is like always the raids, and they should make raids just more redoable. Like there should be like easy, normal, or hard mode, so that it's like, you know, when you play like mobile, when you play Valorant, right, all these games,
Yeah.
you're actually just playing the same thing over and over again. So if they actually implement that into Lost Ark, I actually think it would actually be better. But of course, you have to balance the incentive or whatnot, right? And also like the botting issue, because if their reasoning is gonna be, if we implement this, botting is gonna get out of hand, then they should actually be fixing the botting issue more than, you know, the health of the game.
I don't think there's
Mhm.
actually a real way to fix the botting issue with a game like this.
Yeah, how can you actually get rid
Yeah,
of bots?
there's no
like
way to
actual?
fix it.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
They're
Hire
like
people, hire hire more people.
no, they're like cockroach, you know. It's like you cannot
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
cannot
they
get rid
just
of them.
multiply.
There's no maybe you can like prevent some of the cockroach from coming to your house, but it's like how do you actually actively like get rid of all the cockroach, you know?
Oh man, there was a big bug that flew into my room yesterday. I actually went to sleep early because of it. Well, but no, but like, oh, sometimes you see the bots, right? You just want to like, you want to pull the mouse, you want to group them and just press delete. That would be like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
then they'll just keep on
mean-
coming back.
Yeah,
you
they'll just come
know? Like,
back.
there's no stopping to it. That's
I
just it. We are a small indie company. We don't have the budget to fix it. Okay.
I mean, I've always said like the only way to really fix bots really is like to one either A, disincentivize, like make it so gold isn't as important, or B, like so basically make it so the economy isn't as important, or B, punish the people who are actually buying gold so that nobody wants to buy gold anymore and there's no more need to have bots in the game.
Why not just do what KR does? Have the ID tied to the account so they can't make more.
Okay,
Appa-
that's like that's something that's like I don't know if that's actually possible to do. That sounds like way too difficult. It's like
Too much logistics, is it?
Apparently,
Yeah, it's
there's
like
like
you-
some privacy laws and different things like that here that kind of
Oh,
prevent that from
okay.
being a real thing. And I think people in general just don't like having their stuff, giving their information to the companies because like there's always like data breaches and like leaks and things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, subscription
Just-
based, I guess.
Just ban the entire region that has the most bots.
In Vietnam and Indonesia, Philippines.
They can't play.
Right?
I mean,
Rip
but
bozos.
there are some regions that aren't allowed to play. People just use like VPNs to get in, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
No, the whole Asia can't play NAW. You know that, right?
yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's like the entire Singapore, or like I don't know, the whole Asia or something, right? It's like
I think
we
it's the
have more
whole
regions
Asia.
to pick from, man.
Mm.
Like everywhere we literally have to use a VPN to get in or some shit like that, or else we're just kicked out. I don't know.
I don't know why they hate us. Why? What did we do?
Yeah, what we do is Zibai.
Yeah, what
People
the
don't
hell,
want free
man?
money.
Kanina. Good fuck.
These people don't want free money.
Barbie.
Babi putang. It's Dude, they'll have so much money if they just allow Asia countries to just play on their server.
That's true actually. I feel like Asian right, like it's like kind of like similar to Korea where people would actually spend a lot compared to like
Yeah.
the Westerners, I would say.
I mean, you
What's-
see it in like Korea and China, right? They're spending a
Yo
lot
man,
more.
the Chinese people are
Dude,
crazy.
the
Like
whales, they swipe for everything, man.
like
what's
I
that
have friends.
deep?
Yeah, like I have friends, right? When I was playing pro, and I was like, "Oh, you're playing a mobile game. Like, it looks fun. How much do you spend?" And he just like 200K. I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like stupid. I'm like, "What the fuck?" I mean, it was like 200K RMB, right? So it's like 40K, but it's still insane. Like, and the thing is that they were saying it so casually, and yeah,
It's
I
like
just find it like,
nothing to them.
yeah,
It's like chump change, you know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, well, that's the thing, though, right? If we think about it this way, Asian, like like Korea, China, wherever, like these Asian countries, they're just a lot more willing to kind of pay for their games, and I feel like that kind of relates a lot to Lost Ark too. And this is what I always say: it's like Lost Ark is a Korean game. And the Korean people are a lot more okay with paying for their games. So that's why they balance around that, right? They make systems around it in a way that like kind of juices every single ounce of money out of their players without actually like angering their players. So they're kind of finding that right balance. But the problem is the balance for them is very different for the people in the West. And that ends up being a big problem, right? And kind of, I don't know, like, do you think that if Lost Ark were developed and like if AGS were able to get like the development rights to Lost Ark, right? Let's say like one of these days, like Korea develops Lost Ark for themselves, and then we have our own version for ourselves over here in North America, or in the global version. Like, do you think that the game would be a lot better in a lot better place?
wouldn't it be like
Yes.
WoW?
Yeah, it was too
Um,
congested or something.
What do you mean congested?
I don't know. It seems like a lot of people. Am I understanding your
think-
question right?
I'm
I
basically
think
saying
if Henry is part of the decision making, I would say yes. If Henry is gone, GG, go next. See you guys in Wuthering Waves or something.
Hey, who's Henry?
Wuthering
Hardcore Henry. He's
Henry?
a AGS guy. He plays the game a lot.
Yeah, Henry is actually someone who like, you know, realistically like actually plays the game. Like he's on NAOS also. He's like someone that you can actually like, you know, relate to. He like actually plays the game, not like, you know, like he's basically like everyone, I guess. Is like he does like his raids, he does everything like 6 sacks a week, blah blah blah, right? He has like pretty stacked roster as well.
What
So
about
I think
the Korean dude that got fired?
I think no.
okay, I don't think he got fired. Okay,
Constantly.
let's hold on. Let's calm down, Mama Mr. Ice. Okay, I don't think he got fired. I don't think he got fired.
No,
I
I'm
think-
pretty sure he
I
got
don't-
fired.
No,
Why
Why
he
would
was
anyone
just
quit their
moved.
Why would anyone
Yeah.
quit their job in this climate? It doesn't make sense.
No, the thing
Well-
is,
He
there's
got-
no immediate
maybe he got
replacement
a
for
better
him. So
offer, you know, maybe he got a better
no,
offer.
Well,
there was
okay,
no
he
immediate
saw the
replacement.
shit was
So
sinking
I
so
can shed
bad.
some light into this, okay? So I actually worked as an executive recruiter. So I actually actively recruited people like VPs, C levels, and stuff like that. And it could be potentially got fired, but also he could have been like poached from another company. He says it in his message, like, I can't wait until I can share what, you know, I'm doing next. So there's a chance that he did just get poached by another company, or he's, you know, he just decided to leave, and you know he's been looking for a job for months. So I wouldn't say necessarily he got fired. It's possible, but I wouldn't say exactly that he got fired, because if he got fired, he probably, I mean, even if somebody came in and replaced him like really quickly, it doesn't mean exactly he got fired, because he could have been like, oh, I want to leave, tell the company I want to leave, and then he worked with AGS to find a replacement.
That's what I would say if I got fired.
No, to be honest, it's like his
Ice
leaving
like
is not a
word
bad
choices.
thing, isn't it? Like, what has he done ever since he got to that position?
It's
What
hard to
has
say
happened?
though. I feel like there's probably like a batch of investors, right, or people behind the scene that's like, oh, we need to hit the quarterly like numbers, and that's gonna be a side where they actually want to make the game good. But so it's like it's always a hard balance.
Mm-hmm. And also, here's another angle that I took a look at it, right? And I think this is also a possible angle. Let's say maybe he's the guy who's been advocating a lot for like Western stuff being better, right? But then Smilegate came in and it's like, nah, sorry, we can't do that. It's affecting our bottom line. Like that could also be a thing. And he was like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of this. My voice is not getting heard by Smilegate. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. Like that's also a possibility, right?
So it's like something that he
Somebody
was actually
fired
trying
would
to do
say.
something, but
Exactly. So we can't. It's not as easy to say as like, oh, you know, he was he was making the game terrible, so he got fired, or he's leaving before the company's, you know, right as the game's failing. He could have been in a situation where like, hey, I want to make all these changes, but Smilegate isn't listening, and because of that, I'm out. Like I don't feel like my job here. I can do my job with Smilegate doing this. So it's not
I
as
think
simple.
that's the silver lining.
It's like it's the positive way to look at it for sure.
It's possible. It's possible.
Possible, but it's always fun to shit on someone.
Exactly. I'm just gonna go to the other route. Okay, bye.
Unless they're your friends, alright? Then you gotta shit on them even more.
Yeah. Are you really friends if you don't shit on them?
Like, do you guys
Ice guy, right?
do you think that
This
the issues in our game is because of Smilegate or because of AGS? Like, or is it like a both situation?
I think it's
I
because of
think
money, right?
neither.
Neither because of money.
No.
It's just
I think
money,
they
right?
just
Like
have no fucking idea what the hell is going on in NA even, or they probably just don't care. Like the problem is there's no communication. We don't know what they're actually thinking, and neither have they said anything about it too. So everything is just based on speculation, right? Like no one actually knows what the fuck is going on in like Smilegate or like Amazon whenever they do these patches. No one knows what's going on. They don't really ever say anything. Even for like the recent patch, right? Like Daemon, all they said was that it's gonna have some specific nerfs in NA. They never specify whether it was HP, whether it was a patterns or anything. Like they just say, okay, it's just getting some nerfs. That's it. And they don't really tell you in advance either. They don't tell you anything. The patch notes were released like what 3 days before Daemon itself.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what is going on. There's just not
If
enough
you think
communication, I
about
feel.
it, if you think about it, all they focus on is KR. NA is like the stepchild that every parent do not care about. it's like they're just there. We just have to support it. So and then the pace of KR and NA is just too different already. They give us in such a condensed version of all the rates and everything, and then we're expected to follow it up. But KR actually had it for like a much longer time.
Yeah, that's true. It's like, okay, this is like
Yeah.
my POV, like coming from KR, right? I played this game for almost like 4 years, almost almost 4 years, right? During like the whole time I was there on KR, right? There were multiple times, right, throughout the whole year where I can quit the game, right? Come back like 1 month later without doing any of the raids or something. I quit like maybe a total of 5 or 6 times. I come back, and then I grind again. I can make it in time for the end game raids without having to spend for it. It's like there's a lot of like time I feel that the game gives you and allows you to make up for, to bring at least just one character. If you mean just one character, one character is like completely possible to bring all the way to like the end. It's like Brel was when I first caught up, and then after that it's like okay afterwards. Daymine was like the first raid that I would say like I spent a bit of Twitch money on it. But
NKR?
it's like, yeah, it's like I already hit 1630, but because everyone was going in with a fucking, like 24 weapon, 25, right?
Then you FOMO.
So it's like I'm 1630 already, but hey, fuck it. So I spent a bit more on weapon. Do I regret it? Yeah. Honestly, it was a waste of money. Fuck it. Smilegate is probably using that money. I don't know on what, but it is what it is.
I mean, Legalia went a behemoth on item level. He was fine. He found a party, right?
Now the problem with NA is that we as a region
Yeah,
need like
let's just
content
say,
and
yeah.
raids. We need content and raids, but then the amount of shit that they're giving us, like on other hand, is just too much. You can't keep up.
They gave us
I think-
magical skins.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Sorry, let's not talk about those fucking skins.
Ah.
Okay? I don't care what anybody says. What the fuck is that, bro? Like, actually,
The mount and the pet were okay.
And the mount and pet is fine, but what the fuck are those?
The skins were disgusting.
It's atrocious. Who even designed it?
Didn't they say like our audience from the West likes anime, and then they came out with this
no, wait, what?
Magic.
Since when did they say that? Wait, when did they say the audience from the West
did,
like
right?
anime?
They did,
What
they
the
did, they
fuck
did.
is that?
in
When?
line with our outlook from the West, and we figured that the Western scene actually likes anime and stuff. They did,
So they
right?
think-
Something along the lines.
Something
Yeah.
along those lines, I think they said in the video, the Rocks video or
Yeah.
something.
So they think
There's
West
no
are all
way.
weebs. No then.
Everyone's a weak man.
I mean, the thing is, like, there's we were just saying, like, there's a lot of problems like pacing and things like that here in the West. And do you ever like? Here's the thing: we're eventually going to kind of catch up with Korea-ish, right? We're always gonna be a little bit behind, but eventually we're gonna kind of catch up to Korea, right? What's up, Sofu? What do you think?
you think we're gonna catch up to Korea?
No, we're not gonna be there, but at some point we're probably gonna be like, like going to be 2 to 3 months behind. So like at some point, like our pacing is gonna match Korea, right? We might be behind on content, but pacing is gonna match, right? Or am I crazy?
I don't think pacing will ever match.
How though? Like,
No.
how would we actually realistically catch up to Korea? It's like the thing is like, I don't know what the pacing of like patches are in NA server. You know what I mean? It's like because I only recently started playing NA, so I don't know how consistent they are with like carrying over the patches from KR. Like, how often do you guys actually get patch notes from KR, right? That is like easily translated over to like global servers in a fast amount of time on like like usually how long does it take? Does it take 3 months? Is it random? Is it 2 months? Is it 1 month? How fast does it actually happen?
QOL stuff comes really quick. Quality of life stuff comes very quick. Maybe like within a month or something like that. But balance patch, like within a month, like it could be like 2 weeks. Sometimes it was like the week after. Like with I forget when it was. Like during the summer, when the game was going to shit in Korea, like they announced a bunch of QOL stuff. We got it like a week or two afterwards.
They hit the
And that-
panic button. That's
Yeah,
why.
they hit the panic button. It came in a week or two afterwards. But sometimes it can take up a month. So the QoF stuff can come pretty quickly. But like balance patches and content, usually it's like balance patches a little bit faster, maybe like 2 months, but then content's like 3 months, I'd say. In like how far behind we are from Korea.
3 months is a pretty long time, though. I think.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? I think, like, topic-wise, right? I think it's really important for them to like for Korea to do well is pretty important for like West as well, because at least it looks like there's something for you to look forward to when the build comes over to NA server or EU or whatever it is, right? SA, etc. Right now, the way things are, like the end game in Korea right now is very, very mundane. It's pretty boring. Like, there's not really much that you're working towards farming to, and once Taemine is a pretty difficult raid, and technically I think once you beat it, right, you have this like very satisfied feeling, I guess, but then you also feel empty afterwards. Like, there's not really much for you to do. And then your future raids coming up are things like Echidna and Behemoth.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, boobas, yo, Echidna boobas.
I'm
I
just
can do
waiting for
Echidna.
Echidna, man. I think Echidna will be fun.
I heard it's
Echidna,
not
Echidna I can say
amazing.
is pretty okay. Like, Gate 1, you will probably hate it. Gate 1 is pretty much like Gate 1
Why is it
Taemine.
Duma?
I'm not even kidding. Like,
Oh
Gate 1
man.
Gate 1 is like the same as Gate 1 Taemine right now. Like, a lot of people just don't like it. It's just, it feels like shit. There's a lot of knockdowns, there's a lot of knockbacks. The boss spins around a lot. The first phase literally has like fucking 5 dragons like flying in the sky picking you up or something. I don't know why they introduced that, right? Apparently their theme was that they wanted it to be chaotic. Okay, they wanted it to be chaotic. So for the first 1 minute of the fight, they just decided that there will be fucking 7 pterodactyls in the sky randomly skydiving you and then picking you up and throwing you away for fun. Right? And then you can get picked up like multiple times as well. It's not I don't know what they were thinking there.
Epileptic
It's-
seizure.
Like, apart from that though, Gate 2 is pretty fun. Like, Gate 2 is actually pretty fun. Gate 1 is Gate
I mean,
1, it is what it is.
Lustboy said this on when I had him on the podcast, and he said that like usually how they do it is the first gate is supposed to be pretty easy, but like instead of making it hard, they make it really annoying to do.
Yeah, they make it very obnoxious.
And that's like
Basically, it's not really easy anymore.
that's the thing with like every Gate 1 though, I feel. Like every single boss's Gate 1 is always like some like kind of annoying and obnoxious. And you don't really get into the juicy gates until like later on.
I think Gate 2 Taemine is more annoying than Gate 1. Or is it just me?
Gate 2 Taemine, nah, I think Gate 2 is okay.
I mean,
It's
Gate 1, I
okay.
still don't know what the fuck's going on. I go into that
Nah, they
raid
just
every
can't count
week.
to 8. That's it.
Yeah,
1, 2,
dude,
3,
math
4,
is
5, 6,
hard,
7, 8.
man.
I think Gate 2 Taemine is fine, no cap. I think Gate 1 is a lot worse. I fucking hate Gate 1, man. Like, just please just
Even it's so
remove the gate.
scripted. It's very scripted.
I swear, just remove the gate. Okay, wait, do you play any back attackers? Do you have any Entropy characters in your roster?
Yeah,
that
I
is
got
doing
Slayer
Taemine?
and Scrapper. Okay, Slayer. Just Slayer.
I like it.
Are you
One.
playing Predator or are you playing
She's
what's it called,
Predator.
PT?
She's Predator.
Hey, that doesn't count. That doesn't
What do
count.
you
No, no, no.
mean?
That doesn't count as an Entropy now. That's
Okay,
not
I
an
know,
Entropy,
I
that's
know.
not a-
Because she does a lot of knockups, I know. And you have to keep chasing her ass.
No, it's disparage. I think I play out of all my classes. I think I play 5 entry classes. Oh my god, that shit is
Does Soul Eater
terrible.
count as back attacker? I guess not.
Soul Eater?
Heat Master,
Mm.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yes.
no, Soul Eater
Yes.
count as back attack. Okay, Scrapper, do you play Shock or do you play Taijutsu?
Taijutsu.
Listen, just nah. Okay, I mean Taijutsu Scrapper is also pretty annoying.
Yeah, play
on-
60, 40 Thai.
I think in Gate 1 it's also still pretty annoying to play Taijutsu Scrapper. The boss really just runs around a lot, you know? It's just not a fun experience. It's just infinite spinning around. It is really not a very fun experience.
No, I think
Yeah.
in general, most like earlier gates are just really bad for some reason. I don't know why they do it.
The design fell off, maybe.
They
Like-
just need to rework Entropy, man. Chasing on the ass is so annoying.
I mean, they did say, right? Like, wasn't there a time where they said that they actually wanted to do something about entropy, but they weren't sure, like, what they could possibly do, you know?
Mhm.
Like, how can they
Yeah.
effectively remove entropy from the game without butchering some of the classes' play styles? Like,
Well-
what are they gonna do about Deadeye, to be honest?
I mean,
What are they gonna do about enhanced weapon? I mean, there's like 5 people that play the class, but like still, 5 people is still people, right? Like, you need to wonder, like, what is gonna
What
happen?
do you know what
to,
did
what's
enhanced
gonna
weapon? I
happen
think
to
enhanced
them?
weapons in a better place than fucking Striker, dude. That shit's garbage.
They really
Striker-
put Striker to the ground. RIP then.
Yeah, Striker sucks ass, dude. That class. I mean, it's not bad per se, like in terms of like damage. It's I say it's a B plus, but like playing that class just feels garbage. Feels bad.
Wait, isn't it because like the newer class are just broken, like Soita or Breaker?
That, but also like the raids themselves, like make it really hard for Striker. Again, like G3 Thamine is very friendly and Striker feels good there, but like G1, G2, it's like really bad.
Wait, do you
If
hate
there's one
Striker
thing you can
because
change about Striker, what is it?
Baker?
No, I told you, Baker is my
Wait, wait,
role
whoa.
model. Baker is my role model. Stop shitting on Baker, dude. Stop shitting on Baker. He's my role model. I wish I could be a fraction of how good he is.
Hey, he could gate 4, okay, with Striker. Okay.
Exactly. He cleared
Wait, did he
gate
clear
4
like
today.
like 1, 2, 3?
He cleared gate 4 today.
And you
Yeah.
could get 4 today.
Damn.
Hmm.
If Baker can do it,
This guy is a prime instigator. This guy is actually a prime
He
instigator.
just wants to watch the world burn, man. Holy shit.
no, I like watching Baker. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's like
why?
watching
Yeah,
a
yeah. It's like you
I'll-
insult
yeah.
somebody, but he cool lah. He cool, bro. But he cool. But he nice.
Yeah,
I
he's a nice guy.
I think Baker is very funny. Like, I'm not even kidding. I think he's actually very funny. Like, if you
No, he's
just embrace
entertaining,
it.
right? Yeah, he's actually
Yeah,
entertaining.
yeah, it's actually entertaining. It's actually damn funny to watch.
Guys,
I'm not
guys, this
even
is not
kidding.
a this.
No, what? Really? You just never seen the clip yet, You just haven't seen the clip of him doing the one where he says the something about your mom.
No, I mean,
What
you
was
know
it?
exactly what that line is, Tofu.
Oh, TDD.
Oh, I
Can you
suddenly,
do it?
suddenly forgot. Yeah.
Oh.
You recreated it on your stream today, actually.
Yeah.
Listen, man. Baker is just a master comedian, okay? When Tayman came out, this guy made like 40 different clips, all with like thousands of views, and they were the best. Absolutely the
Agreed.
best. Like the biggest, what's it called? It was like the biggest comedy ride ever. It was
No, I
like
actually feel
back
like
to
he's
back,
faking it.
You feel like he's what?
He's actually faking it. Like he's just doing it for the content. He's actually this giga chat gamer that knows every mech, but he's just doing it for the content. He
Somebody was
just whites
telling
and
me.
fails on purpose.
Somebody was telling me off stream he was doing really well.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah, I
man.
think he's
it's not a
just
show.
doing it on purpose, I think he's actually just doing it on purpose. Like, I was like telling Chad the other day too, there's like no way he's not doing this for fun, Like he's actually just like full gap. Like this has to be planned, He does like the exact same reaction every time it messes up also. It's like the exact same every time it happens, I think
It's
it
a
actually
content
is.
machine.
Content mastermind.
It's like
Yeah.
Like,
Legalia.
there's no way it's not planned, man.
Legalia is
He
doing
gets
a bunch of
bomb.
content too.
He has this person whispering to him in his ear, okay, you have to do this. Okay, wipe here, and we got a clip. Easy.
Yo, give the duck seat right to 5 people right now.
I mean, I remember the time when he was doing Gate 3. I'd wake up every day, look at Baker clips. Like, what's the new clip today? What's the new bit clip today?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like a daily newspaper. Holy shit, dude, that shit was great.
But yeah, Legalia did the memo content, right? That was good.
The
Or you
memo
like-
content.
you
Oh, the
like
wait, the
memo
date show.
content?
Dude,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
fucking
the
love
date show.
memo.
He went on the dating show thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the one where he smacked the statue is my personal favorite.
He was a bankai.
The domain expansion.
Oh my god.
Okay. Bring us back on topic. So we started to talk a little bit about like the problems and maybe some of the solutions. Do you think that we're going to get any solutions in LOA on to any of our problems?
Fuck no,
No,
this game's going into the
no,
ground.
absolutely not. No.
No.
I think they're gonna introduce new skins. Like
Yeah,
after the
more
after,
bikinis.
after the success with the magical ghost skins, here we are to introduce more new magical ghost skins.
No, like okay, think about it, right? But by the time people start airing, like again, right, it all ties back to communication. By the time people start airing like their grievances or like things that like they were very upset about with the game, I'm telling you, Korea doesn't even know anything about this, and they've probably been preparing like LOA on for like a good amount of time now.
Mm.
So you don't
So it's
think
like
it's going to address any of our current issues?
nah, hell no, man. All
They
of these
don't
issues
care about our current issues. It's not in Korea. Then why would they fix
they
anything?
probably don't even know about it. Like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real.
You don't think
But
the
I think
Elixir and Transcendence
expecting-
changes are going to help?
Okay, maybe the Elixir changes might help. I can see it like being better, Elixir changes. Because for Transcendence, they technically did do a better job. Like, okay, Transcendence before this, right? When it came out on Korea, you know how horrendous their okay. So this was their benchmark for Elixirs, okay, not Elixirs, for Transcendence. Basically, you know how in NA, when you do normal mode now for your characters, you can only do elixirs up to level 3, right? For normal, you can't go past level 4. Hey, when this thing first came out in KR, there's no pity system, and apparently it was like harder as well. Like the cards were like kind of fucked up as well. The chances to get like blessing or I don't know. But back then, if you did hard mode, right, which is the first mode now, when it first released, on the first week or the second week, right, for Transcendence, they make it so that you have to clear Gate 4 as a prerequisite, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that you can upgrade your Transcendence past level 4
Oh
on hard
shit.
mode.
No.
So if you don't clear Gate 3 or if you don't clear Gate 4, right, you cannot even upgrade your Transcendence past level 3 or level 4. You're literally stuck there. And this is like the first mode, like when it first came out. In the balance patch at that point of time, the best class in the game were like Sharpshooter, Soulfist. I mean, AT Scouter was technically not one of the best, but it's like pretty
Very
good.
strong.
Lance Master, right? This was before Blade, Sorcerers, Summoner, etc. all got buffed up. So you can imagine like during that time how little DPS you actually have in like the group. This is like before the Reaper buffs as well. This is like when Reaper was like completely gimped, it's like doing really, really
Tickling
low
damage.
DPS. Yeah. So I think to a certain extent, right, if they can do that if they can implement a system like that within less than 2 weeks on Korea server, they can probably do a pretty good job with elixirs too, if they're actually trying to fix it. The problem is the communication, it's like it feels like this, on NA. People on NA can say whatever they want to say, but if none of it ever gets to Korea, right, nothing will ever change. It's like we can bitch as much as we want, but if no one on Korea bitches about it,
They
nothing will
won't do
ever change,
anything.
Yeah, it's like you
Mhm.
need the people there to make some noise, Like we don't need to make noise, but the people over there need to make a lot of noise.
I mean,
No
Then
amount
something
of
will
Reddit
change.
posts will help. Trust.
and
Yeah,
this is kind of
wasn't there
like,
like a Reddit post and then it didn't really
You
do
didn't
much
do
as well.
anything. Yeah.
oh, what the Inven post that somebody posted in Korea?
Yeah.
Is it because it's like two separate entities, right? Two different companies, and whatever AGS wants to do, they have to have the approval of the Smilegate. So so in that context, it's really hard to actually implement any changes or buff to the NA scene for Lost Ark, because if you do that, you might actually offend some of the Koreans who are like long-time users of the game, because that's one thing I never figured out though. Like for every game, right, you kind of want to keep the player base and you want to increase or boost it, right? So isn't it actually helpful to make the game more welcoming for newer players so that people would actually want to play the game? Well, if you're gonna gatekeep the game, right, it's just gonna die in the end.
Since you're a new player, right? How does it feel being
No, I'm different though. I'm like a whale. There was like I'm a dolphin, right? I call it
How
a
does
dolphin.
it
No,
you
you
know?
just say
being
you're a
a-
whale. No, you just say you're a
No,
whale.
no, it's like I'm fine spending a little bit
His
to
pockets are
get to like kind of like the end game, but I cannot imagine someone who's like 15 to 20, right, who's like younger and they're still like studying and they're trying to actually play the game in their spare time and trying to catch up to the end game. Because if I go into WoW right now, like clean slate, right, I just start WoW, I go in. If I have like one or two friends playing, they could actually carry me to like the end game gear, and it's only like the raid gear that's gonna take me like 1 to 2 months, right? So that's gonna take a little bit of time to get what I want. But if I'm gonna go into Lost Ark now, like I can go to like 1580, and to get there, I would even need to actually spend a little bit of gold if there's like no friends I know playing that would send me gold. And to get to like 1630 or 1620, like 1630 is a real end game now, right? The true like hard mode.
I think
And
1620
yeah.
is fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is like that's just not it's not possible, you know. Like you would actually have to spend so much time to get there. And by the time you're done getting there, your friends might be like moving on to the next raid. And then once you get there again, like they're gonna be moving on again. And it's just like the bar is
Non-stop
really high.
race.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it?
it's an endless chase pretty much, and
Mm.
I mean,
They don't make it very friendly for new players, to be honest.
how does
If you
it
don't have
feel
friends,
to
don't have
still be a
money.
LOS 18 resident?
Bro, you make it sound like he's in jail.
No, no, like it's different for me, though. Like it's hard to join parks, right? Like most of the
Yeah.
time, but it's because my status makes it really easy to find groups. You know, like the cheat code, right? Like I was
Yeah,
doing Taemine like so proc for like Saturday, Sunday, and then we couldn't clear it, and then even we tried to like get parks, uh, it's like they were doing like just really bad. And Monday, I told them, I told like my static or my friends like, yo, if we can't clear it, I'm gonna stream on Tuesday night. So I streamed like 1 hour last night. We cleared it in like 3 tries.
It's like a
Ah,
cheat code because
No,
you're
it's
famous,
so
but
no, but it's so dumb. It's like the better play. They're actually good players, but it's yeah. So I feel like
the
it's
problem
gonna be
is like people don't
so
know,
hard.
right?
Yeah, and let's say I'm LS 18, right? Like if I'm not a known like personality or not a streamer or whatever, right? It's gonna be impossible for me to actually get into any group. People are gonna
you get
see like
gatekept.
yeah.
I mean, it's especially hard, right? People are really tough on gatekeeping it hard. They mind.
Yeah,
They look
especially
at
since
they
it's like the final rate, right?
yeah.
And it's like
They look at
extremely
everything,
hard.
even demon damage and maybe chest transcendence or whatever transcendence levels, even
Yeah.
LOS.
Yeah, but there's a trend though. I realize like all the China players that we picked up are pretty bad. They fail at the
I
typing game.
mean,
They
No,
feel
like,
like
the
they,
upside.
There's just no filter, man. This guy,
No, the upside down typing game. You know,
just
like
full
every
blast, you know.
I tell you, the upside down typing
Emo
game.
cancelled. What the fuck?
Every time I play with them, right? Then after that, I'm like, 兄弟，你是自己人吗？国内人吗？ You know, like, are you
What
Chinese?
the fuck?
And then they are like, 是的。Then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm right again. No, but
Yeah,
to the
this
Koreans,
guy,
are the Koreans actually bad at the upside down typing game? Because I can imagine like if you're like a native English like person, right? And then you look at the alphabets upside down, it's like A. It's kind of chill. But I can imagine if you're not like a native like first language English, you're gonna be like, oh, what is this word? It's like a V with a dash in the middle.
I think they got used to it since beer case. That's why. I think most
Since
of them
what?
got used to it since beer case, and I think it's also because a lot of Koreans actually that I met on KR server, most of them can speak English. Most of them can, like at least just basic English. Even most of them can speak English.
Honestly,
Every time I
English.
join a party, yeah, it's like most of the times when I was like joining a party for like the past 3 or 4 years, right? Sometimes when I go in the voice call and stuff like that, they just start talking to me in English. Even if it's like very, very like, you know, basic English. You know, most of them can type stuff really quickly too. At least from the ones that I met in like the past 3 years, 4 years. I think English is pretty
Yeah.
common.
Yeah, that's
I
true
think they teach
actually.
English in
Yeah.
KR, like in schools, isn't it?
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I mean, I do think that there is probably some like difficult. Like it's definitely not as easy as them as like a native speaker for sure. But I think like it's kind of like Tofu said, they've been doing it for quite a while, and also they do learn English in school. It does make it a little bit better, but I'm sure it's not as smooth as if you were a
I'm thinking,
kind of native speaker.
you know what they should
Like if
do?
you're like native, right?
Mhm.
What?
They should just like flip the screen instantly doing that part.
Just have a button that just flips
Oh,
it.
Yeah, this guy, man. What the fuck? Have a turnable monitor.
Do you guys think that like what do you guys want to see from LOA on though? Like I know that we're kind of like dooming and being like, oh, LOA on's not going to really fix anything, but like if you were to get like if thinking realistically, right? Thinking realistically about what they're doing, like they're not going to be really thinking about the West. Like, what is the best thing that they can do for us that's like within the realm of possibility?
More blocklist slots.
Asia server.
I need more buddy list and blocklist slots. Bro, it's been 2 years, man. Give me more than 100. The hell? I need to. The next person I'm about to delete is Miso.
Wait a second. Yeah, go ahead, Blue. I barely play on East anyways.
I think like an Asian server would be nice. Like, or the way they could do it is have instance, like and know how WoW does it. I'm not sure about Final Fantasy, but I know WoW you have instance, right, where you could have people playing in different regions, and the instance will be located in a more centralized area, so that you can have East and West playing in like somewhere in the middle, instead of merging the servers. Because I don't think you actually need to merge the servers. You could just have the servers on like wherever they are themselves, right, East and West, and you could actually just load into an instance, which is like in the middle. The bad thing about it is you might not be able to reconnect back sometimes, right, etc. Yeah.
I just don't
It's way
think
too much
AGS has
logistic
enough
for them.
servers.
But
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't
it's
think
AGS.
AGS can do that.
I feel like it's AGS though. They actually do have servers, right?
They have
that's available to-
servers on East. They have servers on West. They don't have servers in Central. And I think they might have some servers in like Asia and stuff like that. But they don't have any like.
They have in Asia? Other than
Yeah, they do.
China?
I think so.
Singapore
Yeah.
Is
has
it like
some.
Taiwan? Wait, Singapore has?
Singapore,
Oh.
I think so, right? I mean,
Where?
Singapore has
I-
some
I feel
actual.
like Singapore is always a base, right, for like companies. It's like the
Oh.
safest
Oh,
place.
Interesting.
wait, but like the amount
Like-
of the amount of like I feel like is NA West, at least NA West, right? Is NA West actually populated with like a lot of Asians, like people in like Southeast Asia?
Like
I
a
think
lot.
there's a good
A
bit.
lot.
Yeah. I think the
Yeah,
majority is probably still North America, but there is a good number that are from.
I think it might not be actually, because when I'm playing in the afternoon to nighttime, that's like a lot of like games, right? Lobbies.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
actually, if I try to look around like after 2-3 a.m., it gets a lot lesser. So it might actually be like Asia majority, which is why they are not merging, right? Because they know they're gonna kill off like half like their
Oh, you
population.
mean like if they nerf most people? Sorry, not nerf. If they merge, most people are not gonna be very happy with
Yeah.
the ping increase, pretty much.
What's the worst
Mm.
ping? What, 240? 230?
20 to 40.
Basically,
Yeah.
they're gonna end up like urine. They're gonna go from like like
It's
I
not
don't know
that
why you what do you mean it's not that bad, dude?
It's really not
bad.
that bad.
It's really
not
bad.
You get used
No,
to it after a while.
It's
Trust.
so bad that I get a headache when I play on NA East, because like every time I press a spell, it comes out like a while later, and then I'll get a headache from it. I was like, why is it not coming out?
You just
On
have to
NA West, right,
preemptively
it feels
dodge the
okay.
max.
Oh,
Just oh. Yeah, just preemptively.
Wow.
Oh my god, Tofu.
Yeah, I'm just at the preemptively dodge the max. Okay, when you go into gate 4, Teman, okay, if you
Okay,
ever
now
do
it's hard.
domain
Okay.
expansion and you press time
Okay.
stop and you die after your time stop happen, okay, you tell me, okay.
I agree. Okay, gate 4 for me is hell because of all the spacebar shit. I cannot really do gate 4. Dude, the ping
because
on gate
of
4 is
the-
just horrendous.
Oh,
I think that's precisely why though. Like because a lot of my or like my friends would quit the game straight if the merge were to happen, even though we would want to like play with more players. It's
I mean-
quite a big difference, I
Isn't it
think.
very
Yeah.
extreme to quit because of that? Isn't I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, there's other things in life.
Mhm. And I mean,
True.
I'm gonna
Like
be real.
us.
I think that if they actually cared about the health of the game, like being playable for everybody, and like actually wanting to do the merge, I think they should merge into West rather than merging into East. I know East players would be kind of mad, but like, look, they're playing with 60 pick 30
Yeah,
to
nah,
30.
Stoops can go suck a dick. Merge it into West.
Mhm.
Wait,
Yeah,
that
I
would
agree with
benefit
that.
Stoops. He lives on West.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't West like the better place anyway? West is Seattle and stuff, right?
Yeah, West is they have Oregon, Northern California as
This
their
guy
server
has no
regions.
filter. Oh my god, Tofu, help me.
Huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
West is
Who
good.
who has no filter? Like ice or like?
No, ice.
East
No,
is
yeah,
like
the
what?
guy actually has no filter. He starts off this conversation with the what the if Baker can, I can. Then, and what else? What else did he say after that? This guy actually has like no filter. He just doesn't give a shit.
It's
Oh
fine. It's
my
fine.
God.
It's fine. I'm sure I can edit it out in post. No, I'm not gonna edit it
Yeah,
out
you
in post.
just
Fuck
merge
that.
into West. It makes everybody's lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
Trust.
Because I mean, I'm sure there's some people from EU who are playing from East on East servers, but I think there's probably more Asian players that play on West than EU players playing on East. So if you just merged into West, the Asian players will be able to play, and then the East players would have like what extra 20, 30 ping, but like
Yeah,
it's
it's not
that
the
bad.
worst. Like, what's the worst thing that can happen? South American players get fucked, right? But who cares about the 5 players on South America? Just merge into West, man.
Hmm.
I think they
Like-
wanted to do something like central servers, right? But then apparently that didn't go too well, and then GG. I don't know.
I mean, we don't know exactly what they were gonna do, but yeah, I think that probably central servers would have been the best for everybody except for Asia, I guess. Still, but it's still better than going on to East.
Mm.
Do you
I
think
mean-
that's why they're delaying the merge?
I mean, honestly, I don't know why they're delaying the merge, but I still do think it's kind of crazy that they were like, guys, we're merging everything, and then they suddenly were like, hey guys, we can't do it because of ping issues or something like that. But like, why did they even announce that we were going to do the merge anyways at the beginning? Like, did they not have a solution when they announced it?
They announced it without thinking of the consequences, I think. They didn't
we
think about
basically
the
about blue
effects.
ball.
Hmm. I mean,
Yeah, they teased you a little bit, and I'm like, nope, you know what? I don't think so.
But
GG.
Tofu, you said that you
Mhm.
were like very, I guess, demotivated after they said that they weren't doing the merges, right?
Yeah, because in general, right, it's like the whole time that I've been like streaming this game, most of my audience has always been East or they're mostly on NA, and I guess there's like a lot of people on EU, but I guess for like the EU people, some things are just not meant to be. It is what it is.
They have
you
Baker.
know?
They have Baker.
Wait, most of your audience is from East, but you're on West?
Yeah.
Is it 'cause of
mine's the
ping?
Well,
opposite.
then
Mine's a direct
then
opposite.
again, it's like the moment I came onto West, all of a sudden there were like so many people on West as well that apparently was watching the stream. So it's pretty fun.
Mm.
But then again, I think it's just because West has a lot of ERPers, they all just come out of nowhere, they invade your stronghold, and then they start sending like the macros and stuff like that.
Yeah, Miso's
I
one
think-
of them.
Huh?
Yeah, I think
West-
West has like a lot more, what do you call it? Social people, I think. More sociable.
So what is
Mm.
East?
It-
East has the
It just kind
boring
of
people.
sucks, right? Like, let's say, for example, you're on East, right, Rin? So the conversation goes like this, right? Oh shit, you play on NA? What server you play on? West or East? And depending on the answer, it
They will
tells you
wa- they
whether
will stay or
both
not,
of you can play
is it?
together.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But the
it's like
thing
you
is,
can't
I
even
play on
play
both,
together
though.
if you're on East or West.
Mm.
What you mean you play on both?
I got I got
She has a West
characters on both
character.
servers. And What's my face, bro? That's why I used to play with Ice on West. I have a 1610 DPS and support on West.
The true whale.
Bro.
So you have 31635s on NA East.
3 1630s.
Yo, 1640 by the way, not 35.
So okay, I'm not gonna continue. He's gonna like dude, I can see him cringing the fuck out, bro.
Wait till you ask her about her Korean characters.
Wait, why?
Wait a
can you
minute, no,
sponsor
no.
Can you sponsor my NA West character? I need some level 10 gems.
Bro.
Like, it's not looking too hot. It's not looking too hot right there. I think I need some like level 10 DPS gems.
Do I look like a sugar mommy to you, bro?
Yeah!
No.
I mean, looking at the stack roster, kinda.
So,
guess-
what's your answer? And yes or no?
Sure.
Sure. All right, you're in tofu. You got your level 10 gems.
Nah, it's crazy, bro.
Or whether he just don't take my money and run, like how Dan took my money and run.
Okay, but where am I gonna run to? Singapore is like literally
Bro,
a tiny island. Like, where am I gonna run to? How can I run?
I don't know why you run to JB or something.
But like, I don't know, man. I think it's like still like a weight angle for LOA On. I feel like every LOA On somehow manages to do pretty well. There hasn't really been like a LOA On that I felt like was
Super
bad per se, you know. So I think LOA On will probably do pretty well. Like, I'm like optimistic about it, but at the same time not very optimistic about it, because I keep having to like remind myself that I'm not playing on KR anymore. Even if I do play on KR, right? Even if I do play on Korea, it's like I get to play at least maybe once a week. Unless I want to like fester my friend to help me re-verify the account like every 2 or 3 days, every now and then.
Is it that bad?
So I think
Like
for
every
me-
2-3 days?
Yeah. The re-verify. Listen, I'm telling you, I know what's happening, right? The new director is fucking racist. I swear to God. The
What
moment he stepped in, the moment. Wait, let me cook. The moment he stepped into the job, right? The moment that guy became the new director, all of a sudden, all the foreigners, right? All the fucking foreigners suddenly cannot log back into the game. It's like every week we get re-verification waves or something, right? Something must have happened. And to support this, right? During the live stream that he did, this guy, right? The only thing he mentioned about NA was what DPS meters. I'm starting to think this guy was not very happy about the foreigner situation and about the like what the DPS meter is like ruining my Korean game. So he just started mass fucking banning all of these like foreign streamers, right, that are trying to log onto his Korean game, you know? I think that's what's going on. I'm gonna keep it real.
He wants to purge the foreigners. Make
Yeah,
it
he found
harder
out
for
about
you
all
all to
the rat.
verify. Yeah.
No, we need to find out who is the rat that ratted out exit lag to them. How did they find out about our secret tag? Now maybe if we
Bro,
can
it's not
find
very
like,
secret, you know.
no, like, maybe, you know, how they know it's exit lag, you know, like Twitch already got, right? So it's like, what if we can find a new VPN, right, that they have no idea about? Then we got the new tag, you know what I mean? But they probably blacklisted all of our names already, you know? So every time we log in, it's just GG. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You guys are on a list. It's Jover.
Yeah. They just have like a bunch of XDD faces on our characters now. Every week we log in, right, and then it's like the light glows up, you know, like ding.
But yo, tofu.
Yeah.
Do you think the Koreans aren't actually very good at the game, but they think they are because they have no idea what they're doing in the game? Because they
Oh,
Oh, you prime instigator. You see
no. Because I have a Korean friend, right? And he told me like for Daymine, I need all level 10 gems. I need 97 tone. I have to play Soul Eater or Breaker. And then I need like this and that. And then when I went to do it, I'm like, you don't really need that. So I'm thinking like, is it because they actually have no awareness and they're just like happy, you know, like play Maple Story, they're like pew pew pew, and then
you
Tofu, be careful. Be careful of your. Be careful of your reply.
No, it's because okay, I think like to some extent, right? To some extent, what you say is exactly what some of my friends in Korea, but I've played for like years now, right? Like 3 to 4 years, right? I've heard the same thing as well from them, especially when I go into raids with them, you know. Like some of the people that I'm closer with, like for example, like Ryori, Mangtak, or like 大姐 they all say like the same thing to me, right? But once I go into the raid, I realize you don't even need these type of things. But it's just more so like, I think it's just to a certain extent, DPS meter is one thing, right? Another is like,
Doing max?
it's kind of like I think it's like a kind of like a culture difference also. You know, it's like at least from Ryori, right? He's like a pretty close friend of mine. Although I don't, it's like I asked him his once before, right? And he told me like in his opinion, actually not even Ryori, someone named Velvet as well, right? They both told me that like in this game, right? For them on KR, to them at least, right? Investing money into a game, right? Or buying all of these like gems or LOS 30, right? To them, they see it as a form of like effort, like you are working hard to get those items by spending the money on it. Personally, I don't really agree, right? I don't really exactly agree, but I can understand like where they're coming from, you know, like technically you are, I guess, like working hard to make your character better, but I think at the end of the day it's just culture difference. It's like the way they see it is different from the way that we see it, you know. It's very hard to say like which one is like right or wrong. You know what I mean?
I don't think there is a right or wrong.
Because it's not really wrong that they say that okay,
Yeah.
like spending money, right, that you work for to get better gear in the game is like putting in effort, right? That's not wrong. But like at the same time it's also like quite a stretch, I feel, for a lot of people to be like, you know, just just readily easily like, you know, you want to spend the money on the game, you get the gems, you're done, that sort of thing. I think it's very different for everyone, and it's probably something that on global server a lot of people don't really view that in like a good way, you know. It's like imagine if every single raid that comes out or like every single card set that like keeps appearing from now, right, you need to spend money to get. Like just imagine down the road, right? Maybe like next, maybe this LOA on, right, introducing new fireballs, you know, and then water card sets are gonna be the new best in slot, and then everyone starts fucking sending it on their money, you know, like water set 18% damage, and then it's like expected for you to get this new, you know, water set or something like that. And if you don't spend money, it's gonna take you like however long it is to get like your old LOS cards or whatever again. It's gonna feel like shit, right? But maybe to them it's like okay, it's like you spend more and then yeah. But I don't think everyone thinks like that. It's like I know a
Sorry.
lot of like I guess like KR players that also feel the same way that I did. Like they just don't play the game anymore. Like for example, like Mangtak, etc. They don't. They also agree that the game is pay to win, and they just don't play anymore. Funny enough, they go and play Maple Story instead because
How
it's
How is
like the
that not
only
pay
game
to
there.
win, bro?
I mean,
Even
I mean,
worse.
like if, as far as like MMOs is concerned, they don't really have that much like, you know, better options, if that makes sense. There's not really much of like a choice or variety for you to pick from. So I think it's like a mix of both. It's like some people have that mindset, some people don't, right? And I think it's valid, weirdly enough. It's like I understand it, although I don't really agree with it. But I think it just is what it is. I definitely agree though that having DPS meters just tell you the truth. You know what I mean?
It's the
MVP
Bible.
screen,
Yeah.
MVP screen
Yeah.
is just straight up lying to you. I would actually argue that MVP screen is worse than DPS meters. One is straight up lying to you, to your face, right? Another gives you the actual fact, you know? MVP screen is like you don't even know what actually really happened. You know, they don't tell you anything else apart from like radiant supporter, this kind of thing, like cruel fighter. They don't even give you like percentages and stuff like that. But when it comes to meter, you can actually see like what really went down throughout the whole fight, you know? You see like a support buff, etc. Like when you benefit from it. MVP screen is like what the hell does it tell you apart from like
Yeah.
you supposedly cruel fighter, you know? It doesn't really do a good job at like telling you that you did well. It really doesn't. I think it provides
Okay.
more misinfo than it does like good info.
I think it's good to use meter.
Yeah. I actually improve a
That-
lot more like looking at meters.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I
don't
think
be
meters are
toxic
good.
about it. You know, if you want to use it for self improvement, it's fine. but just don't be toxic to other people about it. Like, oh my
It's
god,
hard
you're
not
doing,
to be.
you're doing XXX amount of damage, you're doing Z DPS, bro. Can you have hands? Do you have hands?
No,
You know, like
Yeah,
stuff
but
like
you
that.
see, right? People say that DPS meter is toxic. MVP screen is also toxic. If somebody
Mm.
doesn't get cruel fighter, let's say for example, let's just use the prime example, okay?
Regalia?
Lululemon Legalia, okay? Every time, right, this guy, like, on the board, right, there's like maybe like 4 people, you know, in an 8-man raid, there's like 4 people like cruel, upright, upright, upright. Where is Legalia? On the floor. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
People see like people when they see the board, right, they just see this upright cruel, right? Immediately everyone is just like, oh, fighter,
Yeah.
he's
Hitting on
probably
him.
fighter. But
Yeah.
he could have been 19% and the main DPS could have been 20 in his dreams. But like, it's like someone could be 20 and then he could be like 19%, right? Like, realistically, like, jokes aside, he could actually be 19% and someone could be 20% DPS, right? But because the way the MVP screen is structured, right, you don't actually know that. And some people that see
Yeah.
this, they probably think like, yeah, Legalia isn't doing damage, blah blah blah. When actually the truth is he probably was. It's just that you don't see it on the screen, you know, and then everyone just starts making assumptions from there. It's kind of fucked. More. Like, I think MVP screen is actually more unhealthy than
So you
DPS
think they should just
meters.
remove the MVP screen?
So your point is,
Yeah, it's like
Regalia is never on the MVP screen, right?
Is that what? Is that your entire take from this, you guys? Oh my god.
But overall, that's my take on MVP screens. I think MVP screens are garbage and they provide more misinfo than they do actual information. And DPS meters are the actual truth. That's how I feel about MVP screen.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with that. Like, I think MVP screen is just like a pretty thing, you know. It's like it's nice to have a screen with like showing MVP, but they should definitely kind of allow like DPS meter or some sort of some sort of meter for you to actually keep track of what could actually help you improve in the game. Yeah, because like it's like you look at the stuff you use, right? The spells you're using, which spell is doing more percentage, whatnot. They are actually I think they are like a big help to in terms of self improvement. Like, you actually know you're not doing this enough, you're not doing this right, things like that.
I think it's
And
good. You can see your
overall-
rotations too, like which skill you use after trying to improve on your own. I don't know, rotations. Yeah, percentage uptime too. So just
Why
as long as
does
it's not toxic
Miso
about it.
why does Miso look so sad?
No, I'm not. No. There's
He's just thinking about all the times he got shitted on for being about to fight her. That's all.
no, not at all, not at all. I'm just thinking like it's really interesting because like the opinions here are very different from the opinions that I had from the Korean guys because I had Less Boy and Wine
From
Blue.
who? From who? What they say? What they say? No, leak down. What they say?
I mean,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
My theory is right then. They just want to pew pew pew.
they were basically just saying like they think that the MVP screen is actually good. It's fine the way it is. Like it shows just enough for you.
Nah, they just say that because they got some cool ass shit, right, happening in like KR. It's because they got that new, they got the
Background.
new drip. Yeah, they got a new background.
Yeah.
I swear to God, it's not
They're
the same as
sweating
NAF.
for the MVP backgrounds. That's facts.
I mean, honestly though, like I guess like to some extent, yeah, it's not like MVP screen is like all lies, right? It's like if someone get cruel fighter and both of you are in the same party or something like that, yeah, it is like it does do a pretty good job of telling you that you did well somewhat. It's not like it's all lies. It's just it's like MVP screen is like gray, you know? It's like it's not the truth, it's not lying either, but it's like in the middle. It's like you don't they just don't give you, you know, like the actual information that you need, I feel. Like it gives very vague information, very, very vague things. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's just for the endorphins, man, to see your character on the big screen. It's just for the endorphins. There's really nothing else.
Oh yeah, but I feel like speaking of the Korean, like they're willing to spend, right? I feel like there's a difference also between the economy between like like the Korean Lost Ark and the Western Lost Ark, because I think I'll be way more inclined to spend on the Korean Lost Ark if I was actually able to play there because of the longevity of the game, right? I know like whatever I spend, I also know that I'm able to sell in the end if I want to. At least that's what my Korean friends have told me. If I'm buying like level 10 gems, I'm gonna be able to sell it. But I'm pretty sure if it's on the Western side, like in my head it's more like, is the game gonna die next month? Yeah.
That is true.
I don't think the game will die anytime soon, to be honest. As much as Doomers are, how doomed that we are feeling, but I don't think it'll die. Isn't this game one of the highest earning games on Amazon? It's better than New World, right? At least.
Probably, I'm sure.
Uh,
Okay, but like comparing it to New Worlds,
is it like Copium?
We should compare it to Final Fantasy, right? There's a new expansion, I think, next week.
FF.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know much about FF.
the thing is also
see.
like the revenue of the game has just been consistently dropping too, so that is also another concern.
Like what, the quality and the quality of the game, or what?
No, because like you're talking about how like the game is like one of the highest earning games from AGS, but like it's also consistently been dropping like over the past.
The player
couple
base
months.
is dropping. It's just correlated.
It's partly for sure, but I also think that part of it is like people are just spending on G2G and like RMTing and not buying gold from in game.
Listen, man, the black market bundle deals, right, are like 10 times cheaper than those
Yeah.
fucking crystal exchange rate, It's like
Mm.
you can buy like 10 chicken rice instead of one. You know what I mean? It's like
Oh,
way
that's
more
what I do,
worth
man.
it.
Every
Yeah,
time I want to
10 chicken
spend,
rice.
it's like we used to be using chicken rice. Like, oh man, if I do this,
I
I
can
can
buy 3
buy like
chicken rice.
100 chicken rice. And then recently it becomes like we changed to stick because stick is like more expensive, so it feels better. It's like, oh, this is like 5 sticks. That's fine.
Bro, that's the
The-
currency we all use in Singapore.
I don't know, man. That's like the biggest issue, right? Is that you feel cheated if you buy anything from the in-game store. Straight up. You just feel like you've been cheated of your money,
You know what's
Like
worth it
Stoops
though
is
in the store?
probably Stoops is probably like solo single-handedly like affording all of their paychecks right now. This guy is just infinite cranking on the fucking store.
But the new skins are worth it, right?
Ah,
Yeah,
hell.
why are there no new skins like the comfortable preppy skins, like the actual nice ones? Why are they coming up with all these magical skins instead?
Comfortable
I don't
preppy? Wait, it was here what?
Don't
No,
you
no,
like the new skins like the magician girl? Not nice,
Magical
man?
girl.
No, I mean I
Yeah,
just
not-
want all my characters to look like office ladies, like JV type. That would be like ideal.
Wait, what? Wait a minute.
That is like the good outfit. Yeah.
Isn't JAV just wearing nothing? Can you imagine
Oh, I
that?
mean, no, like
Playlist?
they wear things. They wear things. What the hell?
Bro,
Before
don't even suggest that, man. Miso will be the first one to buy it, bro.
great man, or like actually have proper set like K-pop idol set where you can have like twice like like outfits and everything. Like that'd be great.
I mean, that is real talk though. Why have we never had any collabs with anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I
any
don't
cool
get it.
Isn't it from
collabs?
KR? They should just have KR, like, girl group skins.
Like Maple Story literally has BTS, Blackpink, and all this bullshit, and like we get nothing.
We got magical girl, bro.
We get magical girls, fucking Sailor Moon garbage.
No, there's no way Lost Ark is gonna collab with fucking Blackpink or some shit, man. That's
Dude,
impossible.
I will buy, man. Holy shit.
You know what I
There's
would
no
buy?
way that's happening.
What?
If I'll buy like a Kim Jong Un set, man. Like if there is,
Stop.
I'll make my destroyer into like Kim Jong Un. With a holy shit, what a chat, alpha male. Yeah, I want a hairstyle. Like that's all I want.
I mean, people have made Hitler cosplays in Lost Ark.
Yeah,
Wait, didn't get
isn't
that.
it?
They got banned, right? That was a
Yeah.
Hitler cosplay, and there was like a Chow beater or something.
Was that you, Ice? Are you sure it wasn't you?
Nope.
I want a Mao Zedong cosplay. Dude, that'd be sick also.
Yo, yeah, that's nice. I don't mind.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, man.
You know, I can't play Aeromancer because it's like a little go.
Yeah, if the new sharpshooter class is a Ayayara, I'm fucking quitting the game.
I actually cannot play
Actually?
yeah.
Wait, I want the new Ayaya class though.
Why? Cause are you?
Dude, they're so cute. Shut up, Ice.
Oh, hell no, dude.
Dude,
If
I
female,
love the
if female
Ayaya.
sharpshooter is Ayaya, I'm so done.
Can you imagine he just shoots like tiny bows?
What if it's
Dude, that'd be so
Nineveh?
cute.
Nineveh class.
Nineveh, okay,
Yeah,
I'll say.
Nineveh class.
I think I want an Akina class. That's what I want.
We just want Booba.
I want Akina class. Like whatever Akina is, I want to play her. You know. Akina is like it's a pretty idealistic look, I would say, where the most
The
majority
ideal
of
woman,
the
is it?
yeah, it's pretty ideal, right?
I'm worried about your son. I
Yeah,
really
my
am.
wife hates her though. Like because my wife hates like snakes. So she like one look at Akina, she's like, "Yo, this is a snake shit, right?" And yeah, like there was like 2 fucking large snakes.
But do you see the jiggle physics on the Kidna though? Dude, that's where all the budget went into.
Damn.
What is this podcast, by the way? Why? I thought we were supposed to talk about State of Lost Ark.
Oh,
now we're talking about
we got-
fucking Echidna,
No,
got
Google,
sidetracked.
Jiggle
Like-
Physics.
Wait. No, I'm not the one like following the topics or like whatever the topics were like written down on, the
I think we're
on
following.
this like
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
what?
This
Wait.
is on script.
When is LOA on? I mean, if it's good,
This
we call it
week.
LOA on, right?
It's this week.
If
It's this week.
If it's bad, we just call it like LOA off, right?
yeah, if it's bad,
Oh
it's
my
all-
fucking god!
So it's like today or like Sunday?
no, it's
today
on
you
Friday.
wish no, it's not
It's
today.
it's at
It's-
it was when this
It's in, like,
podcast
4 days or
started
something,
on yeah it's at 3 a.m. or 3 p.m. Friday SGT, I think, right? Is that what it is? Because
Huh?
today
It can't be.
what is
It can't
what is
be.
today? Oh, sorry, not Friday, Saturday. 3 a.m. 3 p.m. Saturday SGT. 3 p.m. Saturday SGT.
Saturday
SGT.
3 p.m. So it's your
No.
3 a.m.
No, this is my 12
Holy
a.m.
shit.
This is my 12 a.m.
Oh, okay. No wonder you're drinking.
Yo, it's gonna be lit. We're gonna do a bingo drinking game for LOA.
Wait, tequila?
Soju.
Tequila.
I don't have tequila at home. And
Tequila.
also-
Dun,
yeah.
dun,
Tequila.
Okay.
I don't know.
Tequila.
I
Well-
just hope that they do something about a lot of the issues in LOA on, but copium. You
But
know.
the thing is, like, Koreans don't really have any like big issues right now. If you other than like
Yeah.
Behemoth being fucking bullshit.
I
and
feel like they
boring
have a
as
lot
fuck.
of issues. It's just repressed.
Do they? What would you say, Tofu? Do they have a lot of issues?
I think
all very
most of my
pressed.
friends that I know that play on KR, they quit without just saying anything. They just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's repressed, dude. I tell you, man.
It's because
I
they're
don't think
just
they
not
care
like
enough.
being very vocal about it, They're not really
Mm.
like talking about any of it. All of them just like leave, They just leave quietly and then they're done, because the game doesn't respect your time.
Don't
pretty
people
much.
just fucking spam
It's not-
dead bodies on Invent or something like that when shit hits the fan?
That's not what Stoop said, though. I watched a video. I was like, I play Lost Ark because it says like this game respects my time.
Dude, that's cap. That's fucking cap, bro.
This guy is a prime instigator. This
Uh, we thought you were an instigator, Tofu.
is a prime instigator.
No. We're all about to be banned after this.
Dude, we're gonna be starting beef with everybody after this podcast. It's gonna be
I
fucking crazy.
think like literally like generally though, when it comes to like Lost Ark, the biggest takeaway I feel right now with the game is LOA on is probably not going to meet a lot of people's like I guess like expectations or something like that. Maybe with like the elixirs and stuff, as long as it's not something too outrageous, right? I think most of it will like be pretty okay if they really have planned for it. And I haven't really seen like a very bad LOA on yet. At worst, right, it was average or above average. I've never really seen like a very bad one.
Actually, what is LOA
So-
on, by the way?
Oh,
Oh,
I mean, I know,
Guys,
I know it's an, I know it's an update, right? But
I-
I never truly know what LOA On
It's
is.
like
It's like-
Loa
it's
On
a
is like
major
this
event.
very yeah, it's like a very
in
big
KR.
event.
Yeah, it's like a
where-
BlizzCon for Lost Ark.
Oh,
It's like
okay,
they reveal
okay.
like a roadmap and stuff like that, you
Mm.
know, like some really exciting stuff, like things to basically be excited about in the game. But
Okay,
that
okay.
hasn't really been the case for the past maybe like year or two. I think
I think
the last
2
time,
years.
yeah, Taemine was like the only one that was like pretty exciting, like once you saw it. And the rest of it, not so much from there. Taemine was like the only really exciting one.
Do you remember what the worst one was when there was the 3 bozos? I
Yeah,
think that was the worst one.
it was not the first 3 bozos. I think it was the second one. It was the summer one.
Yeah,
with
it's the
3
second.
bozos.
It's the second 3 bozos that they didn't address anything, and then they just said, "Oh yeah, you know, good luck, have fun, get good, bye." That's it.
Wait, so was the last one with the guy coming up and like talking shit for like 30 minutes and then logging off? Was that a LOA On?
No,
I think that was just an update.
the last
just
one
like a
that
was
mini
just
Gold
like a minor
River.
update, yeah.
Gold
Ah,
River
okay.
was in the last one, and he passed the torch over to fucking.
Wait, isn't Gold River the
whatever.
good one? And then the guy that looks like a Korean is the new one?
They're all Koreans, bro.
They're all Korean, what the fuck you mean? This guy, what the fuck?
No, the guy has like the typical Korean look that all my friends have, like if they're Korean. So it's like, yeah.
But I guess the answer is yes. Yes.
Okay.
Gold River is golded, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
everybody
heard Gold
loves
River
Gold
is like
River.
the one that makes the game good, right? Actual like good,
Yeah.
good.
Like
Yeah.
he was the one that actually like made the game like
He actually
people
cared
actually
about the
wanted to play
game.
it.
I mean, literally, the dude went to the hospital and had health issues because of the fucking being the director for the game. Like he was too invested into it.
admirable.
Yeah. And then even afterwards, he came back in and fucking tried to save the game. Like he's like, I'm retiring, guys.
Yeah.
And then the game was like fucking going to shit, and they're like, "Oh, never mind. We need you back." And then he came back for a little bit.
I think he was doing it at the expense of his own health.
Yeah.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But
it's like
man,
overall
that-
he did his best. I think he did like a
Mm.
lot of good stuff for the game. It's just
There's a-
how do we go from here? You know,
I guess the
Where are
politics
we
must be
headed?
really bad, right? Yeah.
mhm.
It can either
And-
go very good or really bad.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. Tofu, you said that this director kind of likes holding stuff, like being more secretive, and then coming out with a bang. Is that what you said? I think you said that on your stream.
yeah, that's
today,
what
right?
that's actually what I heard from Memo. He was like telling me about how like this director likes to like keep things like a secret, right? Like he's like holding in this massive vault and then he just releases it, that sort of thing. But I don't know how true that is. Personally, I think he's okay. It's just that maybe he's just not used to like, talking to people and stuff like that. Maybe he's just like shy or something, or like I don't know what to say. Like
He's super shy.
there's like no
Yeah.
impact, that there's like actually no impact.
We'll know on Friday.
Yeah.
It's like, this is like a very small minor detail, right? But when Lost Ark was still like fairly new, when it was still like fairly new and the game just only recently started popping up, basically there was a boss back then. I think you guys kind of remember. It's something called Balkanas, right?
Yep.
So back then,
Ugh.
Balkanas was like the hardest raid or something like that in Lost Ark. It was like very, very old Lost Ark, It was like the hardest raid or like the hardest Guardian, right? And during that time, right, it was like a trend or whatever you call it, right, for people to get their like Korean IC or whatever you want to call it. It's like
Yeah,
you're
the
not
Korean
a real
passport.
Lost Ark. Yeah, it's like the things that they were saying, like if you're not a like KR Lost Ark player or something, if you don't do Balkana solo, right, Gold River actually went to do it, and then he was like talking about it during LOA On. It's like little things like that I feel like make a pretty big difference. It kind of shows that he's at least like in touch with the game to a certain extent. You don't really get that kind of thing now, like it's very subtle,
Nah.
right? It's very subtle, these things, but you don't really get that type of thing now at all from any
It's
of
not
like
corporate
the
now.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them actually talk to the people playing the game to know what their main concerns are? Reading off Reddit doesn't count.
Okay, I mean, even if they read off Reddit, right, I feel like they can discern like a good amount of things if they read up from Reddit, but I think they just don't.
Wait, but
Yeah.
is
Like
Reddit,
again, right?
is Reddit truly like a good place to look into? Because I'm not really sure about the
Yeah.
Lost Ark Reddit. Yeah, no, the thing is
Oh.
like when I read like as a pro, right, like Dota 2, when I read the Dota Reddit, I feel like 95% is like false.
No,
It's like
yeah,
what do you
yeah. The Reddit's
yeah,
It
really
feels like
bad.
it's
Hit
a
or
shit
miss.
posting. It's a shit
Like,
posting
it feels
place.
yeah, it feels very hit or miss, you know. It's like either it's really good or it's just really bad and you just shouldn't read. I think it's very, very hit or miss.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, is if they don't play the game regularly, they can't tell what's the hit and what's the miss.
That is true, yeah. It's like they're completely out of touch, right? Sort of. It's like they don't know at this point if this is good, if this is bad. Yeah, I
They
don't
need to
know,
play
man.
the game to know what the issues are. Because none of them play it except for Henry.
they need to play the right class as well.
What's the wrong class? Ice.
Yeah, what's
Like
the wrong class? to
they
play?
can't play Soul Eater and be like, yeah, the game is easy. I do so much damage. They have to play like I don't know, Gunslinger or something.
Gunslinger is a
this guy. This guy.
No, because I play both, right? Like Arcana and Soul Eater, and I feel like every time I play Soul Eater, I just need to have like 20 CPM, you know. I can play with one finger. Whoa, whoa, so much damage. When I play Arcana, I'm like
you're having couple tunnel every time you play Arcana.
literally I see the guillotine swing come down. Whew, big damage.
Rip to all the summoners out there.
I mean, even
Seal
Breaker is nice,
summoners.
right? And I think most people use the macro as well because they don't want to like destroy their keyboards. So they just like press one button and then they press another button and it's like done.
Is that how
Hmm.
breakers play? The hell?
I don't macro.
I think so, maybe.
I use my buttons, but there are definitely people with macro.
Mm.
They're
So
like,
basically, what?
yeah.
Just gunslinger dot class. Is it?
I don't really know because I only play a few classes.
I mean, there's a lot of classes that are definitely underperforming, but it's not like there are some that are like really bad, but for the most part, I think the balance is okay in certain regions, certain areas. I think there are some very overtuned classes, but there are some. But for the majority of the classes, I do think they're kind of close. But that's just, I don't know, my
Off
opinion.
arrow.
Oh, but it's
Off
kind of
arrow
weird though.
kids.
Like they nerfed Breaker, right? But they didn't nerf Soul Eater.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's
Soul
just like the
Eater is a
people who are.
balanced class.
It's really
It's
a lot of it is
incredibly
like
balanced.
a lot of it just like people are the people are very loud about Breaker being like busted, right?
Yeah, Breaker has like a lot of people like protesting against that class for sure. Especially like when Shura like started popping off, right? Shura was like GG, man. Everywhere it was just nerf this shit, nerf this shit. Because that class feels like the whole complete package, you know. It's like
It's so
deadly
good.
pattern incoming,
It's
press
so
act.
good. It's
Your
so
DR spell basically lasts 5 seconds if you get fucking hit by the attack, you know, and then the cooldown is another supposed 5 seconds because that's when it wears off.
Mhm.
You have like 6 mobility spells or 5. You're just fucking dashing around the map, and one of them reduces by half the cooldown if you hit it on the boss or if you hit a target.
Yeah.
You just have so much built into the kit, you know, that it feels like are you really playing a Lost Ark class? Like it feels so.
It's like cheating almost.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's because it feels like it's cheating. That's why it's so fun, you know. And then the
Mhm.
moment I hop back onto another class, like I don't know, Deadeye. Actually, Deadeye is not that bad because Deadeye at least has like mobility, you know. Maybe if I hop back onto like a shock scrapper or something like that, right? It's
Play
like
like
what the
Striker
fuck
or
is
some
this?
bullshit, you know.
Yeah, it's like if you go on like Striker or something, you know, they have the fucking scissors kick or whatever, the ha who he, right? Like what the fuck is that? What kind of mobility is that, bro?
And it's a mobility skill that's part of your rotation, so you
And
can't
that
even
shit
use it as a
doesn't do
mobility
jack.
skill.
Yeah, but I think it's weird, like the way they balance, right? Because I feel like the harder classes should have a higher ceiling, and the classes which actually takes less effort shouldn't have that high of a ceiling, right? It should be more fixed. And there are certain classes that kind of defeats the balance, I would say. I think Soul Eater is one of them because it's a hitmaster with the damage of Entropy. Is it? Is it like something like that?
I think that's
So
more
that
damage than entropy.
yeah, it's like what's the like entropy classes are supposed to do more damage, right? If you're actually hitting the back constantly. And then high APM class are supposed to do like higher like ceiling damage. But then like when these classes appear in the game, I feel like it's so unbalanced where the effort it requires to hit the peak or the ceiling is like so low, you know.
Mm,
Yeah, I don't know. And also, just FYI, we're about hitting the 2 hour mark, so I want to make sure that y'all are okay and I'm getting you out of here on time because Tofu, I think you have been kind of been streaming and stuff for like the entire day, right?
I'm okay.
Yeah, just
That
chuck some
like
boba,
actual.
bro.
Tofu can fix his
No, I'm
sleeping
okay.
schedule today.
Fuck no, bro. It's like no, I don't want to stream at this time. I don't want to stream. If I stream at this time, right, I actually don't see any of my NA players, right? And by the time I'm about to end stream, all of them are like, good morning, good morning. I'm
Yeah,
here
then
like,
you feel
good night.
sad.
Perfect, you know, then good morning, then you play a 2 minutes ad or 5 minutes. So like good night.
The timing is so
What
rough
the
for us to stream. It's so rough.
I mean, you have to wake up at like 6 a.m., don't you, Rin?
I wake up at 5 to stream.
What
5 a.m.
That's
Wake up at
the
5
perfect
a.m. to
timing.
stream.
That's a McDonald's breakfast time.
I don't even eat until like my 5 p.m. That's when I end stream.
Wait, what? You don't eat for the whole day?
No.
All right. I mean, you know what? Tofu, I want to hear from you a little bit about the people, the community of Lost Ark, the content creators. Can you talk a little about the content creators and spill some tea real quick? You know, I think we've been talking a lot of serious things. I want to hear some entertainment.
Baker.
What about who? Like Galia? Like what?
I mean, you were going off a lot on the stream today, and there was talk about like Memo and you know how his relationship with Galia has been souring because with other content creators has been souring because of his relationship
It's
with
just
Galia.
because of his
Is that
humor,
true?
man. Like it's just because like Galia has like very, I guess like fucked up humor, you know. It's like, wait, you know his whole situation with like Jenny or whatever, you know, when he like went in there, he's like, you fucking tangerine, boom, right? That's like to him, right? To him, I guess like in his eyes, he's like being funny, you know, but there's like nothing funny about it. It's like borderline like straight up just offensive, you know. But that's just him, you know. That's just how he is. Like to me, like Ala is just like you know, he's like he says like a bunch of like offensive, crazy fucking shit all the time. And then he laughs about it and then he smiles and then he like forms a bit of like chat reactions, I guess, like everyone starts laughing or something like in his chat. And then you have like maybe the borderline still, you know, intact people that 50% of them are telling him to shut the fuck up and stop being a fucking idiot, right? Before he's about to leak. Okay, I mean like think of it this way, right? He doesn't understand what boundaries are. Okay, he actually doesn't understand what boundaries are. But, like you have to be like pretty close to someone. I feel, or you have to like have like some sort of, you know, like I guess like relationship with like your friends or something to be cracking like jokes, right? To a certain extent. For him, right, he thinks like these jokes are funny even though they're like borderline like fucked up and they start a lot of like weird controversy or like drama. Like for example with like I guess like the Zeus one, right? When he was saying things like Zeus can't be searched. Like, okay. Do
Oh,
you
the one we
know
got banned.
yeah,
Like,
do you know how weird it is for me to, let's say one day, okay, Miso, let's say you and me right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you play on Korean server, same as I do, right? Let's say one day I suddenly cannot search up your LOA log. Okay?
Yep.
And it's like one of the first times that we've really had like a conversation together or something. Let's say one day I go online because I couldn't search you up on LOA logs, and my stream title is Miso X Soup got permaban XZD. Couldn't be searched up on LOA logs. That's just fucking weird. You know what I mean? It's like you get where I'm going with this. It's
No,
just
yeah,
very,
yeah,
very
yeah.
weird behavior.
He just
It's like
doesn't like It's like stuff that you could
No
make fun of.
boundaries.
Yeah, you could make these jokes if you're like close with them, but if you're not close with
it's
them,
like if you're actually close with them, right? But it's like if you and the other guy actually don't know one another, then like what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you saying, man? It's just really kind of like awkward, I guess. But I mean, you know,
I
I'm
think he
still
does it for
friends with him.
content.
Wait,
Yeah.
but why
To some
why is
extent,
why is Tangerine offensive? What's the
Yeah, what's the tangerine comment about? I don't understand.
like?
Oh, you
Is
guys
the
don't
person
understand.
like a fat
Yeah.
round tangerine?
Actually, maybe y'all will. Actually, to be honest, I also didn't get it at first. Like, I didn't even know what the fuck it was.
Isn't it a very nice
Basically,
fruit?
right? Yeah, basically. Okay, after I give you the context, maybe you understand.
Okay.
Basically, he called Boba Jenny a tangerine because like she's like 30 years old, and then it's like apparently according to him in like Chinese saying or like the very old Chinese saying, right? It's like if you're 30 and you don't have a boyfriend or whatever, you're not married, right? That means you're like the last tangerine at the end of the barrel, you know, like 最后一个这样子. So he was like saying stuff like that
Oh.
about Jenny. That's why it's like you know,
All
That's
men do is
offensive
lie.
AF. Oh man, kill all men.
All men do is lie. Don't
That's
trust
why my
men.
mom trust all men.
that's
My
how
mom
it
tells me
like
to
kind
never
of
trust
ended
men.
up, you know, that way. Like it's
Ah,
just
but
very weird, you know, because after that,
so
right?
close.
After that, like one instance, right? He's like doubling down, tripling down after that in the VOD, you know. But all good. They became friends again. They made up, right? They talked to one another. I think.
are they
All good. They're all
actually
friends now
friends?
again.
Are they actually friends?
I don't know about friends, but like maybe like you know they squashed the beef. Maybe
Hmm.
it's like gone now. I don't know.
Oh, but there's
Maybe
a
it's
term
I
in
do
like
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 his humor
yeah.
though. I think his humor is very, very funny. Like I can vibe with his humor. I think it's funny.
There's a term in Chinese,
it,
so it's called
it really just
剩女, right?
depends on you, yeah. It really just depends on the individual. It's like some people find it offensive, some people find it like okay. It's kind of it is what it is, yeah.
Are you
Hmm.
really friends if you don't shit on each other though? Like I shit on Miso all the damn time.
You have to
Yeah.
be friends before you can shit
And
on them.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. That's why we're best friends, you know?
Exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think it's like it's just interesting because I feel like we're not that none of us are really that big people, but in the Lost Ark kind of like sphere, anything that kind of happens, especially with like the bigger creators, it's kind of create ripples in the community. So I was just like interested on your take and like what's going on with that, and like I feel like I don't know like how much of it is like a just for content and how much of it actually is real.
Okay, if you mean like how much of it is real, how much of it is content, I think personally I don't even know what's up. Like I think all of it is fake. I think none of it is real, you know. There's actually no beef. This whole do work thing, right? It's probably fake, man. There's no shot this whole thing is real, dude. Probably all fucking fake. Like
Content
there's probably
machine.
like this whole like do work thing is probably like I don't know some it's not real lah. I don't know, man. I like refuse to believe like any of this is like actually like a real thing. I don't know. Even with like Memo and you know, even with, like Memo and like Galia, I'm pretty sure they're fine. It's just that Memo, yeah, I really don't know. It just comes down to the individual. It just comes down to the individual at this point of time, like how they see it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
I mean,
for
you're on the
someone
internet.
like for someone like Galia, right? As long as he understands that him saying fucked up shit on the internet means that someone is going to say the same fucked up shit back to him, I think it's fine, you know? It's just, I think the reason why some people don't like it is because he's not really a. Hey, it's not like he plays exceptionally well or something, right? It's not like he's doing very well in life either, but somehow he finds it a need
In a
or a
way.
must, right? He finds it a need or a must, right, to call out other people that are doing somehow better than me or like better than him or something like that. And then he's just like smiling towards the camera like nothing happened, you know. He's like just blatantly like shamelessly smiling towards the camera. Of
Mm.
course, people will get offended and then like get upset at him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if you can take if you want to throw punches and you can take punches, then it is what it is. That's why I don't really see it as like a bad thing. It's just
Mm-hmm.
his humor.
He has his own type of community, and they love his kind of humor. So it's respectable.
Yeah, I
I
think
mean, it's
it
just
is
the
what it is.
internet. They're just trolls. Just trolls everywhere. Just laugh with them instead of fighting them.
Just like Rin's channel, the sus channel.
Bro, okay, that's why I don't even bother fighting anymore, bro. I'm-
Just gives in.
The
I
mayonnaise
just
bottle.
give up. Yeah, the mayo bottle.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
gonna bring it out.
Okay. I think, we've gone 2 hours and I want to give you guys back your time. So I guess we'll wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for participating in this podcast. It definitely did not go exactly as I scripted it, for sure.
There was a script.
But I definitely do think that it was a lot of fun and talking to y'all. I mean, I could have kept talking, but I want to give you guys
I think this was
respect
like
your
a
time.
gossip session rather than
there
a
definitely
podcast,
was a
not gonna
good bit of it.
I think this is
Theme of
actually
this
a
was
gossip
LOA on.
No, but I did read the script though. I thought we
Thank you
went through like
guys.
we went through everything, right?
We did go through a good bit of it, but it definitely
Yeah.
took its twists and turns here and there. But yes, we did get through a lot of it. But
This guy read the script just to start off with. If Baker can, I can. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He read the script just to start
Bro,
off.
I took it very serious. I even had answers to the script.
Yo, Baker
Yo, we
is
didn't even
my
follow the script.
Baker is like the motivation of all mankind. What the fuck are you guys saying? If Baker
Yeah,
can,
no.
we can.
True.
You're like, shut the fuck up, man. Fuck you. This guy is just a.
Master instigator. Dude, but I'm telling
No,
I think it's true. Baker is my role model, as I said. As a striker player, as a fellow striker player, I look up to him and I wish I could one day be him. If he could grace me on my podcast one of these days, you know what? I don't know. I would be
That would be
XTV
the
shaking
best
the
day,
entire
man.
No, just
podcast.
ask Legala to coach you since he coached Baker.
You should get
Ask
Lagala
Lagala
and
to
Baker on
coach
the
you,
same
bro.
podcast.
Look at
That's
my
the
face
dream.
now.
Oh, you gotta get Legali and Kanema on the same podcast. That's the real one.
That's GG.
No.
But okay. Everybody, thank you guys so much for being here. Everybody's Twitch is like their Twitch streams, their Twitch links are under their little screen. So twitch.tv/tofuan, twitch.tv/iceice, twitch.tv/midirin. Y'all should definitely go check them out. They're super awesome. I mean, Tofu, everybody knows that you are playing, from Lost Ark. Ice, you're a living legend, and Rin, you're just sus as fuck. So
Oh,
guys, you should go and check these guys out.
Starts at 4.
And so thank you all for being on here with me. I kept you guys for quite a while, but I think I had a lot of fun. And with that, I would love to let you guys go back throughout your day. So thank you so much, and let's hopefully we get to hang out, talk, do whatever stuff again with each other soon. Okay, guys, have a good one. Thank you all for being here. I'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you
Thanks
guys.
for having
Bye,
us.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for the
Bye-bye.
yeah.
Yep. Thank you guys.
Toodaloo.